Tough System 2.0. Comes with the 150 DS, the 300 DS and the 450 DS with the trolley. They're IPS 65, waterproof resistant. Don't need to tell you the specs of what it is because you can find this on YouTube or any brochure magazine. They're dust protected. I recently got these a day for £150 and so far quite impressed with the new latch system. The 450 box is obviously linked to the trolley and comes with the new rubber wheels. So these are actually rubber this time. These just came out in the UK September this month, and it's got a push bar system at the back, so it seems a little better build quality. This button here, obviously I don't need to show anyone this really too much, but you push that bar in and out and basically it allows you to push this bar up and down to the right height level. You also have your release switch valves underneath here that can actually take the full handle off. Just recently got these boxes and the new latching system as well. Seem to be quite strong and sturdy. Okay, lift it up. And it should just stay up there, the lid. Now as you can see, it comes with wee boxes here. Bit hide the receipt there, no one wants to see that. And basically new box systems. This is like putting screws in or any other items, miscellaneous stuff. Also you can take them out. And that's you. You can take these out and put them absolutely anywhere. Now, going back inside it, they've got the new waterproof sealing inside, which is totally different. It's more like kind of bedded in now from the corners here compared to the 1.0s, so the sealing's a lot better on them. And I believe in the near future it's going to come with some sort of like top trays you can put in the inside, yellow ones. This will be coming out in October sometime, that can fit in the inserts inside here. Okay. They're also compatible with the 1.0s. Now as we go over to the 1.0 quickly, here's one I've got here. This is a DS30, DS300. And we've got one seal that goes right along the outside. Looks like it's just been compressed in compared to the 2.0s. It's just compressed in. I can carry a lot of tools inside them, as you can see as well. I have a lot of extra tools. I need to organise it a bit more better, more convenient. Now, obviously here we have the 1.0 system, Tough System. This was bought last year roughly for £195, but I think I had to buy the Tough trolley system at the back there separately for about 80 quid. Now that's a DS 150, 300 and 400 at the bottom there. It's heavy duty, it's IPS protected as well, water resistant and dust resistant as well. As you can see, the latches are very different from the 2.0s. And a moment, I'll take this off. I don't want my paper losing there. Raise that, and as you can see, storage systems here as well. Whatever you want to do, you can take these trays out, put them in any way you wish, or organise. This is no organised just now, this is just miscellaneous stuff just put in here for the moment in time. With basically your rubber seal around that creates the dust seal and the IPS 65 ratings as well for water leaks as well. Now these are compatible with 2.0s supposedly. So one way to find out, these have a slightly different latch system. They've got that sort of latch system. This is supposed to be a spring based system, but still not highly convinced. In order to release them, you just basically pop here and it should stay open like so. Pop the other side and there you go, you just slide the tray off, and I believe you can just put them on top like so. So they work with the 1.0s and the 2.0s. There you go, they're interchangeable on both sides. There you go. So you can change it to whatever needs you want. Now I believe there is one fault with the system we're looking at with this so far. The van racking system, well, it works with the 1.0s I believe, but the 2.0s, there are problems with the design flaw of the boxes, and it's the day out of the corners here, it can sometimes catch off the racking system and it doesn't fully lock in. That's the only problem I believe folk are having with them just now, just been new out and designed. It's a design flaw that seems to be having a problem just now. But apart from that, that's just from what some YouTubers are saying and some of the issues that they've had with putting the racking system in the new 2.0s. Now, you've also got the trolley as well on the back of the 1.0s, and this can carry cement bags, many other stuff, and it's got the rubberized wheels at the bottom as well here. Quite frankly, they feel a bit plasticky still compared to these ones, which are like kind of like a hard rubber. So they've kind of improved on that side of it, so hopefully when you go over rough terrain it'll not be so as bumpy and noisy. Now from that we've also got the Tstaks. Sorry, mind the clays hanging up the door there because I have to do this in my living room. The Tstaks, I've been collecting these. These are actually handy for specific pieces of kit. Now you buy these at all range of prices. Tstak boxes range from roughly about £40 a box, but if you buy in a kit set, which I did, and it clearly shows you what they all are inside the boxes here, all the way down to routers to many other stuff. It also comes with a Tstak carry trolley case at the bottom that I spent £43 on. That's a must as well to have as well, because that makes a hell of a lot of job easier pushing your tools back and forward, or the specific tools you need for the job, in order to get the tools movable, easy places, access. Now the Tstaks are really actually good for small jobs, maybe putting in your car, your van, I believe so, and it's a lot easier to install. With the bigger systems here, you got your Tough system 1.0 and your 2.0 here. Now these systems they will fit in a car, but it's more bulk and size, and it'd be probably to try to squeeze them into the car could be an issue, depending on the size of your vehicle. Hopefully I've covered everything here. Between the latching systems with the 2.0s and the 1.0s, they're slightly different. They're a bit more sturdier and powerful, the 2.0s. You've also got this bit for when they do come out. It's like a top tray. I believe later on they'll bring out something like this, and basically you can supposedly connect tools on the top like that as well. So you'll be able to put tools on the long way, and they'll be able to just link in and you'll lock them on like wee trays on the side. So that's actually handy as well when that does come out. That's clearly no the extreme DeWalt. That's no for obviously linking at the top, but when they do come out with these kits, I'm just giving you a rough idea on how it may look. Now both kits they seem to be actually quite strong and sturdy. The new 2.0s look a hell of a lot stronger, look a lot more sturdier, but I still like the 1.0s. They just seem to got a bit more of a rugged design than the 2.0s. The 2.0s look a bit shiny, if you ask me, shiny and kind of rounded edges, where the 1.0s kind of rough edges, designed for maybe mashed boots, sitting a boot on, whatever, look a bit more sturdy. But they say the 2.0s are a lot more sturdier. Now obviously the Tstaks as well, they basically have I don't need to tell you the specs or anything like that. Hopefully it's just helped somebody out there to have a rough idea what they're dealing with, to organise their kit system the way they want to organise it for the best of their abilities. But these will be dust protected as well. I don't think they're IPS. I've not got an actual rubber seal on the inside of them, so they're not very strong, but they're a hard plastic to keep all your tools safe, clean and ready for use and easy access to find. So that's roughly the whole setup system of the Tough system 1.1s, 1.2s and the Tstak system with the trolley bases, and you really need the trolleys in the back of them to move the stuff a lot easier. They have handles, by all means. I have handles. I have a handle here, up here, and this is the new 2.0 ones, and they have the handle here. You've also got handles at the side here, so there's a lot of range of handles on how you want to carry this. As I've demonstrated, it's easy to connect the 2.0s onto the 1.0s. Now, easy to disconnect these as well. You just disconnect them from there again, like so. Disconnect it from there. Grab the handle, lift off, place on here, line it up, and yippee, you find this way going. Sorry, just one moment, this is hard to try to do this with one hand in a video. There you go, hear that click? That's them locked into place, and they'll be going absolutely nowhere. So that's how easy it is. But they say it's a new better locking system, but I don't think there's any much different from the springed version here, the springed ones compared to the non-springed ones. I still think it's just a bit more fancier, but they still do the same job, if you ask me. All you just need to do is push the button at the side and just pops them off and pops them on and locks off. So it doesn't matter, even with a spring system, does it really make any difference? Possibly to some folk, who knows. But I do like the 2.0s with the nice wee rings at the front. So that's a bit more security there, where the 1.0 is just plastic. But you want to know, son, they're still not going to actually stop folk from breaking into your tools at the end of the day. Might prevent them, but I'm sure they would just get around this. They look like they're built to hold, but I reckon somebody with a crowbar would get through that in 2 seconds flat. They look the part, but it's all time consuming still to get into the boxes. They'd still have to actually be arranged to try and break into them in order to get past these systems and the padlocks and all that as well. But it might be a tough plastic, but it's not a good fucking hammer could actually take to them. You'd probably get through the boxes if somebody really wanted into them. It just means that your stuff's all organised, ready to go for the job site. You're ready to go. My best bet would be advice is to put a tracker in these systems. DeWalt have a tracking system as well where you can link it for your phone. You can link it, but then that's if you're really paranoid about your tools and you want to have your guns working at certain times, your drills working, and basically you can shut them off at any time you want. This is the DeWalt stuff. You can also track where your tool is, and you can also put these wee trackers inside your boxes as well. But my concern would be if you didn't feel like the tools were safe lying about in the first place, then why leave them there? I mean, you only leave them on a job site, you thought somebody was going to try and nick them. I wouldn't be doing that. Definitely no. But that's the whole system there. That's the Tstak system. It's a bit more slimmer. No waterproof but dust resistant. The 1.0's tough system with a heavy duty trolley on the back. And the new 2.0 system just came out this month in September 2020 in the UK, and I recently bought this full stacking system for £149. Bargain actually, I thought, compared to some other sites when it just came out this week, and they're charging over 217 quid for basically the set. So clearly, I don't know if it's a promotion with one of the companies, which I'm going to try and not use their name, it's probably shown in the video, but that seemed to be a good price for me, and I thought I'd grab it while it was at that price, just in case there's any mistakes or errors, and that's it. But when it comes out the 2.0, you got in October, I believe you're going to have yellow trays, as you've seen in other YouTube videos, and you'll be able to fill them up in the inside here to the way you want to stack them, how you want to stack your tools. Because without these wee trays, there's your example. You know what I mean? You just end up just shoving everything in the box. It's a wee bit disorganised still. It maybe keeps them clean and protected, but it's just a bit disorganisation. We've had these yellow tot trays, well, I believe so, that are going to go inside here, fit, no maybe in the 1.0s, but maybe when the 2.0s come out and you just slide them in, you can organise your tools a lot better in the way you want them, knowing what's in them. I've really tried to keep a basic system, writing wee notes on what's inside the boxes for the now, and that gives me an rough idea of what's inside them. But apart from that, I'm quite impressed with the Tough system. This isn't a cheap setup. I've been planning my business for about maybe 3 years now, and this does look a lot for a first time, and it is. Most of the tools are pretty much brand new here. They're ready to go for a business. Same collecting it as a hobby. I probably am now. The reason why I'm doing this is because I just don't trust works out there nowadays. Jobs are just terrible. So using the word all the time sounds a bit uneducated as well, but doing this system, I believe I'm quite good with my hands, I'm quite skillful. I recently done this archery in the door myself, obviously excuse the mess of my house. I've fitted doors, first time experience. Sorry I keep saying the word that's obviously a nervous thing. So I am quite good with my hands. I've done wallpaper in here as well. I know what I actually go showing about my house. But I've done many things, so I'm quite good skilled with my hands, and I believe that this is the future for self-employedness in the future, to work for yourself. I'm looking at aim to get a van now to carry all this stuff. As I said, 2.0s, 1.0s, you could probably still carry my car, but you need a big pretty car to carry them in. And you can break down the whole systems, pretty handy. The Tstak's definitely easy to fit in the car, and you could organise it to the tools you want to take on the job site with you, so it makes your job a lot easier. Everything's all breakable down here. You can carry it the way you want, take it on the way you want. I believe in the Tough systems, as in for tidiness, cleanliness, and a bit more professionalism when you turn up on a job site, than rather just having a bag of tools. Don't get me wrong, the bag of tools sitting like in the olden days, shoved in a bag and dragged to somebody's house, it's probably just as good as these systems, but this looks a bit more professional turning up, and probably looks more the part. Doesn't mean to say you'll do the job better, but it does look at a starting point for the clients and the customers to see that when you turn up, you mean business, and that hopefully helps to produce more better quality of a job, helping your customers to reach their goals, and to also help you get better pay and enjoy your job, being self-employed and not being a slave to all these other jobs out there that are just terrible right now. And I think other folk could sympathise. Maybe you'll have critics in here that will say, Sam, will get a real job or whatever. Say what they want. I'm not really mentioning much about my job here. I'm just saying, if you want to work for yourself, this is the way forward, I would say, in my eyes. Just basically start collecting tools. This took me 3 years to get here. I reckon I've only got about a year to go now. I think tool-wise I'm sorted. I just need the van, and that's it. I just need a couple more tools in the van, and that's me sorted. Everything's ready to go for my own business. I could start right now, but the next stage is advertisement. But I believe in turning up with these systems, turning up with the proper kit, turning it up, organised. Hopefully the whole design is to get into the job quick and get out of the job quick and get paid for it. That is the whole point. Because at the end of the day, that's why you need the trolleys, and you need the trolleys at the bottom. Because the last thing you want to be doing is carrying these boxes individually with heavy tools in them. Because eventually they will give you sare backs. That's the whole point, the trolley systems. So hopefully this has been helpful to folk out there. Kind of stuttered there a wee bit at the start with the but this is obviously just a quick video done on my home phone. Nothing really fancy. And hopefully this will help folk out there to maybe have a rough idea what they're looking for. If they're looking for a Tstak, a 1.0 or a 2.0, or a range like what I've got here, where it's a mixture of everything and you just take what you want onto the job site with you. But the good feeling is you're working for yourself when you go and do these jobs. It's up to you how you get paid, but at least you're working for yourself. You're not being a slave to other jobs out there that are just terrible right now in the UK. But I don't know, I'm not speaking for the rest of the country, but there is quite a lot of them out there. And obviously that's just my experience, my view from jobs. But in the last 4 years that I have been working with factory work and other companies, it just seems like one flat rate, and I don't know where the tax office gets. The average person makes £2,500 a month on their wages, because I would like to see that, and I clearly didn't get that in my wages. So I don't think out of the whole country the average person makes £2,500 a month. I think there's some wee porcupines there, but maybe that's my lack of education, how it all breaks down between your pension, many other stuff, which I'm not really want to get in here, and I've started rambling on. But hopefully with this stacking system, this is a start to me working for myself, and I hope it gives other folk ideas out there to maybe try and do something. It's no easy. It isn't easy. This took me a few years to collect all this, but in the last probably year and a half, that's probably took an outburst of collecting tools. I've done a lot of overtime, a lot of hard work, long hours, all to just get that wee bit extra money so I could keep buying my tools. But now I'm getting there, and hopefully this will help other folk. This video was done in my house on a phone. It's maybe not the best quality, but I'm hoping when other people see this, it'll maybe give them some inspiration when you're feeling a bit down or just fed up with your job. Well, try and think out the box a bit, man. Look up some of these seminars, self-employed, changing your mood, a number of things that can be changed. So it could be you, it could be the work, it could be a number of things, but I think when you start going along the lines of working for yourself, even if it was part-time, I think that's a starting motivation to motivating yourself rather than what a work wants you to do. So hopefully this has helped with the range of systems that I've got here. Sorry if I've maybe not explained anything very clearly. I've not got a rodeo system where I basically got plugged into the phone where it makes you sound a bit clearer. I am in Scotland, I've got a Scottish accent, so unfortunately, and a bit nervous myself in making the video because I know where I'm going to be putting it once it's done, and people will pick up on that. I'm not a professional making these videos, but I just thought I'd make a start with it and hopefully it will help. So thank you for watching the video, and if anyone wants to ask any questions, I'll try to comment on them and hopefully it will help in the future. Thank you. See you later.